I train with Chad Chilcutt at Chilcutt Premier Martial Arts and Will Whitlow and John Trent with UFK. I'm 1-0 in Muay Thai fighting and I'm 0-0 in MMA. I will say that the cardio is different. Just because with a stand-up fight you don't have to worry about the possibility of going to the ground, but I pretty much train in everything the same way, and I train in everything as hard as I can and as like extreme as I can. I train in the extreme situations and maybe not even the most possible situations, but I make sure I'm prepared for everything. I never concentrate in just one area, especially when I'm training for a fight or a tournament or a competition of any kind. I'm extremely competitive, so I like to make sure I'm fully prepared. I started in kindergarten, actually. Mr. Chad, he's my karate instructor. He came up to my public school when I was in kindergarten and he started teaching me karate. And I did that for about 4 years up until 4th grade. And then after that, he invited us up to the real school. And I convinced my mom, I was like, Mom, please let me do this. And she said, I don't want you to start this and quit in 6 months. And I said, I promise you, I swear I won't quit, Mom. And here I am like 7 years later. I started karate at 8 years old. Mr. Jerry and Mr. Chad, they thought I was pretty good. So 2 years into it, I had my first karate tournament. I was competing since 10 years old. I started teaching karate at 9 and a half, actually. I had started assisting to teach. And after I started teaching, I loved that. I fell in love with that, and I've been teaching ever since. And I plan on still teaching in the future. And I've competed in over 60 tournaments. I've got over 80 trophies, 9 grand championships. Those are all in weapons and open hand forms. I did a lot of sparring tournaments, which actually led into MMA because I loved physical contact a lot. And I'm a 2nd degree black belt in American Shotokan Karate. I got my 1st degree black belt when I was 13, and then when I was 14, almost 15, December 20th last year, I tested for my 2nd degree, and I got that. That was like the hardest test ever. And while I was doing karate, Mr. Chad got me into jiu-jitsu, Hoist Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. We're Hoist Gracie Gym. The Gracies, Hoist, Rodrigo, and Havaldo Lima, who trains with Hoist every single day, they rank us. They come and do seminars 2-3 times a year. I'm currently a green belt with 4 stripes in Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, and that's equivalent to an advanced blue belt or beginner purple belt. And hopefully when I turn 16, I'll get either a blue or a purple. Just depends on what Hoist thinks and how I do that day when I'm 16, because you can't get it unless you are 16. So I've got 4 national grand championships in jiu-jitsu, and those are from Naga. And then I've also competed in UFK's MAGC. And actually the first MAGC I did, I got Best Submission, an award for that, because I went against a man who was 219 pounds, and we were doing an absolute value contest, and I did a flying armbar in 6 seconds. It was awesome. It was really fun. And actually, Hoist Gracie's coming to our gym September 20th, so if anybody is interested in coming out here, we've got flyers. You can message me on Facebook. Anyone's welcome to come. Every part of it, honestly. It's just, I love being a female, and I love being a female fighter, because when I train with guys, they look at me and they're like, I'll go easy. And they start off going easy, and then I'll slap an armbar on them or something like that, and then they'll have to go harder and harder. And I just love shocking people. I love being a girl and being able to shock people. And I shock people a lot just because of my age in general. So I love the growth of everything in MMA. At 18, I see kids in my future and fighting. And right now, I'm a karate instructor, and I teach all my little babies, my little kids, 3 years and up. And I want them to stay in my life, and I love kids so much, and I really have a passion for them, just as much as I have a passion for fighting. So at age 18, I plan on still fighting and still being actively training, but I want to be in college to be a pediatrician. So that's what I see myself doing. I would have to say Forrest Griffin. Just because I met him once and I got to talk to him, and he's really cool, he's really funny, and he scared me a little bit just because I was talking to him and he told me, you better train hard or else. And after that, I've been training 10 times harder than I used to just because I'm afraid he's going to come and whip up on me if I don't train hard. So he's definitely a big inspiration. The fact that I love it more than anybody else I know. I really do. I can't even describe how much I love it. I can't describe how it feels when I'm out there. It's kind of always felt like a natural action to me, and everybody thinks I'm crazy, but I swear I'm not. I swear I just really do. I just love it more than anybody else I know. I can guarantee that. St. Pierre. I really love him, and I love how he's so good at wrestling, but he didn't learn wrestling until like college and after college, and it's really hard to catch up on stuff like that, but he's like known for wrestling now. So I think that's a really big accomplishment, because you hear about wrestlers coming out of high school and all that, but he just did it from scratch. And I just love how he fights. I love the way he plans out what he's gonna do, and he does it. Like, if he wants to beat you with jabs, he's gonna beat you with jabs the whole time. And it's everything to me to be an MMA fighter. Just because I've trained so hard, I've worked so hard, and I hear people and they say that women can't do it, and it just makes me train even harder, because I know a lot of men that could go against a woman and a woman can win, and I know a lot of women that could outlast 20 different men. They're MMA fighters and they've been training for forever and they know what to do, but I know women that can outlast them in cardio, and I know women are really good at technique, and it just means a lot to me to be able to prove that and to stand up for women to be able to do it. And I love the fact that I know a lot of people that look up to me for that, and that means a lot to me more than anything else. The whole crew, everybody I trained with, Jerry Clements, Taylor Branham, Jesse Parker, Matt Weibel, Matt Robinson, everybody in here that I train with. And I would love to thank UFK, John Trent, and Will Whitlow, Hammer Strike, Hot Blood. They're awesome, and they've taken me under their wing as well. And they've been stand-up fighter, Torian Whitlow. I love the fact that I'm sponsored by him because his clothes are awesome. Go buy some. And Iron Jaw mouthpieces. Seriously, if you're competing or fighting, that's like the perfect mouthpiece to get. It's so comfortable and it works perfectly. You guys are awesome. And I'd like to thank Amberlyn Orr, because you've got major guts to be a female fighter, and I know how that feels, and you're awesome, and I respect you. Most of all, I would love to thank my mama, because she's been with me since I was 8 years old, and I've started to do it, and she's been my rock, and she's been the biggest support system. And a lot of people, they know it's hard to remember all those people that helped you get to where you are. Well, I'll never forget who helped me to get where I am, and my mom was like #1 all the way through. So thank you, Mom.